I love Britain. It's a very difficult place to grasp if you don't live there, especially if you live far away like Eastern Europe. You hear news coming from the United Kingdom and you're just baffled. It's like, what on earth is going on? Just so you can understand, there is a British lawmaker looking at this picture and thinking, yep, the knife is the problem. This is exactly what's going on. Instead of actually addressing why do people want to hurt and kill each other on the street, the British people are addressing how can they get rid of the knives. There were a couple of interesting articles. People arrested for carrying potato peelers. UK lawmakers suggesting that every knife should have a GPS tracker in it. I made videos about all of these things. It's kind of interesting, especially when the police hired 1,000 people in order to supervise Twitter activities, to make sure that the people check their thinking while they're posting on Twitter. And there's also money being sent at the police department so they can paint their cars in rainbow colors and stuff like that. It's really interesting. Again, like you're looking at these things and you just try to make sense of them as a sane person. It's like, what on earth are the British people doing? Now, as I provided a little bit of context so you can understand this type of news that came out yesterday, all knives stolen from Avon and Somerset police knife amnesty bin. And, the first reasonable question, if you're a normal human being, is like, what the fuck is an amnesty bin? Well, apparently it's something that looks like this. And the police are investigating because the bin was ransacked. And can you imagine this? Every single knife was stolen. I bet it was stolen by very bad people who don't pay their BBC license. So they had the knife surrender bin. I shit you not, they have this thing. It's called a knife surrender bin. So if you have a knife and you want to, I guess, how does this work anyway? Like, it's obvious that only the people who follow the law will ever surrender a weapon. Like, let's assume that knives are like guns, right? And by the way, this is not a 1st April joke as far as I can see. Like, this is posted on 29th of March, okay? Let's assume that indeed we compare knives to guns, and you have like this law for regular people to surrender their guns. Wouldn't like the people who don't want to hurt citizens, wouldn't the people who are law abiding the ones that actually are going to surrender the guns, the weapons? Is it not how it works? Like, if you have a gang member that uses his gun in order to perform assassinations or other nefarious criminal activities, would he be the one that puts it in the bin? It's really interesting, right? So, yeah, apparently that there was this bin. And if you have a knife, I guess, you can surrender it. Now, I don't know how you can actually continue cooking, like preparing a meal. I don't know if Chef Ramsay has a license for the knives, but anyway, right? This is just absolutely ridiculous. So someone ransacked it and stole all the knives. So now we have like unlicensed knives on the loose. The evil cutlery has been stolen. On the evening of March the 13th, the knife surrender bin in Weston was broken into by a number of people, and the contents were recovered a short distance away, and the whole incident was caught on CCTV. I generally thought it's a joke, but no. We are in the process of identifying those responsible in order to bring about the prosecution. Yeah, I hope the full extent of the law is going to fall upon them. They should get like 50 years or something. And what's interesting, right? Like as I go into the comments section, I noticed just one thing, like just 3 comments, and one of them is deleted. Like, there's probably more moderators at this point than people are posting on this website. But wow. Yeah, I generally want to know what you guys think. Tell me about your countries. This is insane. Like, this is just beyond insane. All right, so here's the question. If all the knives are banned, like let's assume, like every single knife is banned. People are just going to use their fingernails and their teeth in order to cut meat in the kitchen. What happens when people start using hammers?